got myself this, which is kind of awesome. Okay, so rather than just go through the video and people go, is he wearing a Dwight Schrute shirt? Yeah, I am. Camera's in my lap. I'm on a front porch in Idaho. I'm living the American dream. I don't know about that, but we need to discuss something. Now, Jana Hefford has been named as the new commissioner for the Canadian Women's Hockey League. Now, the Canadian Women's Hockey League only just started paying its players, I believe it was this past year. The National Women's Hockey League gave all their women a pay cut last year. And not only that, but the CWHL has dropped to a 6-team league. They lost the Shenzhen-based Vanke Rays, or I don't know, Vanke. Go with it, whatever you want. It's a Chinese-based team, though, so they're going to have the Boston Blades, Calgary Inferno, Kunlun Red Star, Markham Thunder, Les Canadiens de Montreal, and Toronto Furies. Of course, the Markham Thunder won their title last year. The fact that there's 2 women's professional leagues is problematic. And I say that not as a man. I say that based as a hockey fan. And the women have said it's problematic. The NHL has said it's problematic. The NHL would love to partner with a women's hockey league, but there's 2 of them. And rather than choose between the 2, the NHL is sitting this one out. We're at the point now where hopefully Jana Hefford can make this work, because I respect Jana Hefford a lot. She's now in the Hall of Fame. She represented Canada quite well in the Olympics and at World Championships, and I really hope that the right decision is made now, that we see women's hockey combined from 2 leagues to 1. There's 2 teams in Boston. Why? What for? Like, I know Boston loves its hockey. God knows I love Boston hockey. And Hillary Knight wearing a Boston jersey just seems right to me. I'm a huge fan of Hillary Knight. But I don't understand 2 leagues. I really don't. One based in Canada, one based in the States. Just sit down, figure it out, come up with a 10-team league, and then pair up with the NHL. It'll work. But for it to work, you have to pair up with the NHL. It's much like the WNBA. If women's basketball didn't have a partnership with the NBA, it wouldn't have got to where it is now. It doesn't make any sense. None. Zero. That the CWHL and the NWHL aren't together. And it's not me saying it as much as it's everybody else too. Cassie Campbell's been very outspoken about it. She stepped down from any position with the CWHL so she could cry about it. These are women who've played hockey for decades, or been in and around hockey circles for decades, and they want it to happen. It is a situation that it just seems so obvious, doesn't it? You look back at the WHA merging with the NHL, and now you look at it and you go, well, yeah, of course. You get Quebec, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Hartford. 4 iconic franchises from the 80s. Who could have imagined without having them in the league? Well, during the 70s, it was pretty easy to imagine an NHL without them. Once that merger took place, we all go, yeah, that makes total sense. And I think that'll happen as soon as the 2 women's leagues find a way to merge. But it really needs to happen. This is not rocket science. This is simple. I love watching women's hockey, and I know there's guys that don't. And there are women who've played the game. Tessa Bonhomme, who's now on TSN, she was fantastic. Megan Agosta was my favorite. There was one, and I'm trying to remember who it was back in it was early 90s. I'm trying to remember now. And she's just so tiny. And just the fact she was so tiny and she was so deadly at the same time, she was my favorite Canadian player. And I'm gapping at the name right now, but these women should be on a grander stage. Yes, I get it. There's no hitting, there's no fighting. You know, the level of hockey is a step below the men's game, but it's still entertaining to me to watch it, and there are people who do watch it. And if the NHL pairs up with a women's hockey league, it'll get a greater exposure. And I don't see any reason why they shouldn't get paid, and I really think people will pay $5, $6, $8, $10 a ticket. People will pay to go and watch it. It's just a matter of getting them into the right venues and getting them the right amount of support. There should be a team in Vancouver. There should be a team in every NHL capable city. Put a team in Quebec City. You could easily have a league like that as long as the NHL is promoting it. It's a matter of promotion. I know there's been times where the Canadian Women's League will have their finals on, and TSN or Sportsnet will talk about it and will go, oh, right, I forgot all about that. So it's not promoted very well, and it's very easy to forget that there are games on and that there's a schedule that exists. So get her done. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, I know women's hockey is one of those things that certain fans may not want to discuss, but it deserves to be discussed because, you know, they take the same risks as anybody else. There are businessmen that support the league, and they clearly see the good in it. And if I had that kind of money, I might think about it myself. But I don't have. That's not something that I'm in any position to do right now. But hey, let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.